I am freezing right now. My heat went out. I guess sometime over the night last night. So it's really, really cold in my house. Me and my doggy are under about 4 blankets right now, waiting on the Havoc people to be here and get this furnace fixed. Anyhow, wanted to just do a reading since I'm not at work, just to see what kind of messages Spirit might have for us today. Hope everybody's staying warm and not having to deal with too much of this cold like I am right now. But anyhow, okay, so there's a wish about to be granted. Okay, for some of you, you are in this energy of expansion. And I feel for most of you, this is revolving around finances. Okay, this could be expansion because you've got a new job or a promotion at work, or maybe for some of you, you get some sort of inheritance, but there is definitely something that is changing, and it's changing very rapidly when it has to do with your finances. One of the things that I am seeing is that for some of you that are coming into a financial like upgrade, it is due to your talents, some sort of gifts, abilities, talents that you have. Let me sit a different way real quick. Because of some sort of gifts, talents, what have you that you have. But for some of you, you're lacking in all of what it takes, okay? And I don't mean like the talents you're lacking in. What I mean is you feel like there's something missing. Maybe you're just not as confident as you need to be. Or maybe there is something about you that is making you hold back in sharing your talents and abilities with others. I do feel, though, that there's some sort of shift that is happening, and I know this has been happening for me, so, this makes complete sense to me, but there's this shift that is happening for a lot of you. I don't know where that card just went. That is going to help you to see how to become more stable. It's going to help you to see exactly what you need to know at this time to move forward. This could be through signs and synchronistic type of things, through people, places, and things, getting confirmations through those. Maybe things that people are saying are helping you to understand what your next steps are. But a lot of you are very in tune to your intuition right now. And this is a message that's been coming out. So they're saying that look to and trust and have faith in your intuition and where it is leading you at this time. We have 4 cards right here that are talking about coming together, things being more abundant, and stability. However, be real careful because not everything that glitters is gold. So some of you may have job opportunities, or maybe something that comes your way that just gives you that feeling in your gut, okay? And this is Spirit's way of saying, like, this is not the right place for you to go. This is not what we're leading you towards. If it doesn't feel good, it's not from us, meaning the universe, your angels, your higher self, your guidance team. For some of you, you have an influential person around you. This is somebody that could help you to expand your consciousness. Maybe somebody that could help you to expand on your abilities, gifts, and assets. Whoever this person is, it's somebody who is maybe intense, but intense in a good way. This person is somebody that, by the way that they speak, by the way that they act, by the way that they come across with their actions, they teach lessons to people. I'm a lesson teacher to people. I know a lot of people teach me lessons as well, but I am definitely somebody who is put in front of people to help them to learn lessons. And a lot of times they're not very fun for me to have to teach them. Okay. So 444, guys, look that up on Sacred Scribes. But anyhow, there is this sense of roles being reversed. So, and I've been seeing evidence of that in my life. People are teaching me lessons that I need to learn. And these lessons aren't like real hard lessons, but they're lessons in my value, my worth, my, what I have to bring to the table. But it's also helping me to expand in my confidence in certain areas of my life. So for many of you, you could just be feeling some sort of shift where that role is reversing, because this is something that just recently happened for me. And typically, if I'm going through something, usually a week or so later, that's when the reading or the message comes out for everybody else that they're going to be going through that. Why? Because I am a teacher and I am meant to help people to understand the things that they're going through. So some of you are in this process of seeing the truth of things, seeing what you really do have to offer. And I feel like a lot of you are getting this, I don't know if it's a revelation, but the answers that you need about it or what have you through, like I said, other people. And I do feel like there's going to be a lot of making up with people, maybe having arguments because you are the teacher or they are the teacher teaching somebody a lesson, even though the person may not know it and most of the time doesn't. It can cause arguments and what have you when people are saying something or doing something that triggers them to be awakened to the next level of being. Okay. So I do feel like some of you need to keep reassessing the different situations that are happening in your life and just make sure like you're doing exactly what Spirit is telling you to do per your intuition, and trust that that intuition is going to lead you in the right direction. I feel like some of you are even at this place of peace, like where you feel like peace and balance is coming. Then all of a sudden it's just like being shooken up. So I feel like this shaken up could feel like a tower moment for a lot of you. I had to pick a card up off the floor, but there's something about taking the initiative, and once you do, whatever it is, you're taking the initiative in. I feel like for most of you, this is putting yourself out there in some way, shape, or form, or taking on a new position, or maybe quitting a job and trusting in the universe to direct you in the right direction. Okay, there's so many different things, but I do feel like this is a time when you're putting more time and energy into creative ideas. You're putting more time and energy into things where your talents are being shown, or your value, your worth, your I just feel like there's so much that you have to bring to the table, and maybe you just haven't shown enough of that yet. And so what Spirit is saying, this is a new beginning, along with the different lessons that you're learning, whether they be good, bad, or indifferent, that's sending you into the next level of being. Okay. For a lot of you, I feel like this is a really good space. For some of you, it may be a little bit challenging because this is the first time that you've had to really trust and have faith and really believe in what your intuition is telling you and things of that sort. Now, we do have the drama card, which makes me feel instantly like there's something that maybe just isn't working out just yet. Okay. And I'm just going to give an example. Okay. So I am a maintenance director at a facility. Okay. And it's a pretty big facility. It's 94,000 square feet. For the past year and some odd months, I've been doing this position. They really love me there. Not just the residents, they know that I can get the job done. They know that I'm doing it, and they're always, like praising me for it, giving me the good feels about it, and so on and so forth. Well, the building is so big that I definitely need an assistant. And they've been telling me once we get to 80% or this percentage, you can have an assistant. Well, we keep getting to that percentage, and literally as soon as we get to it, we have a bunch of deaths, so it brings us back down, which gives me even that much more work to do. Having said that, because it keeps bringing us back down, they keep saying that I can't get my assistant, even though the work is piling up. Okay, so anyhow, to make a long story short, the vice president talked with me. They gave me 40 hours for an assistant. And then like 2 or 3 days later, I got an email saying, since we had so many deaths in December, we're wanting you to just hold off on that assistant. So I had already had it in my mind after prayer and meditation that if they don't see my worth and value, and they don't understand that there's a lot to be done and that there's another person that is needed, just like they have been telling me, they know, they see it, then I'm going to quit. I'm going to find another job. And this is exactly what Spirit was telling me to do. You need to tell them that you're putting in your 30-day notice, because I am salary, so I have to put in a 30-day notice. But I have no idea where I'm going to go. I have no idea what's going to happen. But to make a long story short, my boss just came back yesterday after a really long medical leave. I went into my manager's meeting, had no thought of telling everybody in the manager's meeting that I was going to be putting my 30 days in. No thought about it whatsoever. I kept thinking for that day that I was, pondering about, how do I tell them? Do I email both the vice president and my boss and tell them? Do I send them a text? Do I go face to face? What do I do? Never once did I think about saying something about my 30 days in front of all the managers in this manager meeting. But that's exactly how it came out. And as I was doing my spiel about what's going on in the building for the managers meeting, it came out right after it. And it was just like, oh my God. Instantly, my human felt like an ass. But my spirit knew that it wasn't me that said it. Okay. This was Spirit directing words through me, because somebody in there needed to hear it, or all of them in there needed to hear it for some reason. And I don't know what it is. I just know that my human felt like an ass for doing that. But at the same time, I knew that that was what needed to be done. Even though I still don't know why, I knew that's what needed to be done. To make a long story short, though, my boss is going to be talking with her boss and seeing what we can work out. She asked me to give her 2 days before I put in my 30-day notice, and that's what I'm doing. Now, I don't know if Spirit's going to work it out to where things get changed around there, or if Spirit is pushing me in another direction. But what I do know is that I felt like an ass for the way that I did that, so I had to reach out and apologize. My human self just felt like, oh my God, that couldn't have felt very good to my boss just coming back for the first time, and in 3 months, and having to deal with me quitting automatically and blah, 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 blah. So I did apologize, and I felt like that was accepted. But whatever Spirit is doing in me right now with other people, the lessons that he's teaching other people, it's not comfortable and it doesn't feel good. And it makes me sometimes feel as if like, God, what the hell are you doing? Because this is not the way that I really want to be used. And I feel like this is kind of what this drama card is trying to say. There could be arguments. There could be some sort of shortcomings that come out towards other people as you're talking with them or what have you. But I do feel like Spirit is saying, that is even going to change. It's not going to last really long. It's not something that you're going to have to go through forever. However, at this point, there's people around you that need to hear some things that you say, or see some things that you do, or see that you're standing up for yourself, or maybe see that you are trusting in what you feel intuitively, and maybe that's what they need to see. But whatever it is that these new beginnings are happening in, it is going to cause a little bit of push and pull, a little bit of give and take. It's going to cause a little bit of having to compromise with people even. For some of you, this could be a relationship type of reading. However, for most of you, I feel like this has something to do with bringing in stability, finances, improvements in certain areas of your life. But for those of you who feel like this is a love reading for you, know that we have 2 cards here that says there's going to be some frustrating times. However, I also have a card that says once those frustrating times are over with, it's peaches and creams. Things are going to go smooth sailing. Not that it won't ever have some push and pull type of feelings. But what they're saying is this, at this time right now, this is the way that things are going to feel. And this is the way that things are going to be. So, yeah, I definitely feel that right now. I only have a few more minutes left on being able to videotape, so I'm going to hurry up and get this done. But you're being asked to not criticize the way that things are changing, not to judge what the universe is doing for you at this time. You're really being asked to devote your time and energy to self-improvement, to also changing aspects of yourself that you may not like. This is also devotion to putting out your gifts, talents, in some way, shape, or form, so that you're more showing what you have and There's something about people need to see what you have to bring to the table. So for some of you may even be starting a new business or becoming an entrepreneur. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of good luck in this, but I do feel like there is some sort of push and pull, give and take type of energy. And really, really, really trust where you're being led at this time, especially through signs and synchronistic events, especially through where your intuition is pushing you. We do have double sixes here. We also have 11. So some of you may want to look up those numbers, 6 and 11. Anyhow, I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Please just stay warm. I am freezing at the moment. My feet are so cold. So send some warmth my way. Much love to you guys. Bye.